Bullish call from Barclays this morning on a name they haven't been positive on since 2019. The firm upgrading Boeing to overweight, raising their price target not by much, but to 210 from 190. Joining us now, the man behind the call, Barclays aerospace and defense analyst David Strauss. David, it's great to have you. Listen, the share price now versus this company has a lot to make up. Why do you think that now is the year they can start to do that?
Sure. Thanks for having me. The turnaround, to be fair, the turnaround has a long way to go, but Boeing has made significant progress in some of the things that we were looking for. First of all, they went out and raised $24 billion in equity capital. The balance sheet now is, in much better shape than it had been. We had long thought that Boeing would need to raise equity. So the balance sheet's no longer, a headwind. And then second of all, expectations, that the company had set, as well as, consensus expectations, we thought in terms of the recovery, particularly around free cash flow, were just way too aggressive for a number of years. And the new CEO, Kelly Ortberg, when he came in on his first call, he dramatically brought down expectations for cash flow next year. So we think, the trajectory that everyone's looking for now is a lot more realistic. Like we said, the balance sheet's in a much better spot. Yeah. But there's no doubt there's a long ways to go here.
This might seem like a strange thing that I get fixated on, but evidently they were supposed to do a new Air Force One during Trump's first administration, and the plane won't be delivered till the end of his second one. Now, I understand it's a special situation. There's a lot of... But sometimes I think it's emblematic of kind of the morass that Boeing has become. So, the share price being indicative of some of those larger challenges, do you think they're able to really start tackling like the entire, I don't know what you call it, corporate culture at this point?
Well, we think an important step in that direction was hiring an outsider. So the new CEO, Kelly Ortberg, came from the outside. He was CEO of Rockwell Collins, a big supplier into Boeing. So we think we had long thought it was imperative to bring someone from the outside to be able to, to change the culture, which is very important here. And, as you highlight, they've had missteps not only on the commercial side, but on the defense side of the business as well. And they have a number of programs, including Air Force One, that they're going to have to work their way through. And like I said, this is far from a complete turnaround. We're still in the early days, but we think the setup from here is pretty straightforward. Most importantly, they need to produce and deliver more MAX airplanes. That's mission number one. If they can do that, we think this becomes a bit of a momentum story. There's decent upside. Keep in mind the stock is, less than half of its all-time peak high.